Mhm. Mhm. It's crazy how mm, I guess it don't really mean nothing. Yeah, Imma just start doing that. It's no point. There's no point doing that. Just round it up. Mm. I don't know. Everything's annoying me today. Yeah, the Nasdaq is new. Okay. All right. So this was exactly the area that I was looking for the market to come, for the bears to come in short during yesterday's session. Um, I had a really long internal dialogue with myself in terms of this little move up right here, because I think I missed this thing. Yeah, I missed this thing. Like, well, I would have got stopped out right here, which would have been upsetting if I did not move my stop. Like, it literally touched my stop if I didn't hit daily loss limit and went up to my targets. It hit these targets that was sitting here before the end of the day. And obviously here in the new session, this is where I had a runner, where I had my runners. And of course, it would hit all my targets if this happened during yesterday's session. And that was bothering me. It really was. It was definitely bothering me. I do expect for a price to come back down into this range. I do expect for these targets to get filled. I don't know about this one. I do expect for the market to want to retest this low. I do expect for that the market wants that to happen. I don't know if the market wants to come back up and then make that move down, but this double top right here above, I know a lot of people are talking about 900, but unless we get some real buyers, we get some real buyers, I mean, you got this nice double top right here. And they're going to have to find support above. All right. So yeah, they're going to have to find support above 885 right here. Going to have to find support above that level before they can touch and trade above that level right there. So we'll see what happens tonight. I mean, we had a big move down. We could get the market to just come back and correct. I mean, you can see that we went through a lot of support areas before the bulls officially found support here at this low around 675. So we could see the market just go right back up. We could see that. But until the price action proves me otherwise, I'm going to stay short. Now, I was also looking at going short here on the ES as well, right around where price is right now. Because, I mean, unlike the Nasdaq, this will be a great risk to reward short somewhere a couple of points above this high in this breaker structure right here. Because this is definitely a wall here on the ES that the bulls are definitely going to have to get over. They would definitely have to find, I mean, if they can find support in this range, then a move to about 33 is actually a second area where I think the bears will definitely come in. 32, 33, 30, somewhere in that area. We'll probably see bears come down. But honestly, with it being Thanksgiving tomorrow, I really think that the market is going to probably chop. I mean, we usually do get bullish moves on American holidays, and then they come back on Friday and knock it down. But or they come in during the next session and knock it down. But tomorrow and Friday are going to be half days in the market. So, and on top of Friday being a half day, I think that's the end of the month as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Friday will be the last trading day of this month, and we'll come back on December 2nd. So I don't know if the market is going to want to make up for that, and we'll see a really big move in the short time frame that the market is going to be open on Friday, or will we see a lot of movement when we come back December 2nd? Well, technically December 1st going into December 2nd, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what the market chooses to do. But at least for right now, it does look very bullish. But I'm going to stay short here. I'm going to take the short. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. But I'm going to stick with the short here because I was definitely looking for this area earlier in the session. And now that we're here, I do expect for the bulls to take profits and the bears to sell this thing down. What the hell is going on today? Okay. All right, man. All right. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think that nothing's gonna happen tonight. I don't think anything. I guess if I get this thing done now, then I don't have to worry about it. Mm. I think I need to. That's probably what I have to do. The fuck? Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'll just start doing it like that because I just start doing it like that. Yeah. Cause yeah, I don't think there's anything that's gonna happen tonight. Well, shit. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to, but um, there's definitely not the volume here tonight. So let's look at Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin's doing something. Mm, 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 mm. Oh yeah, I would have got. I still would have got. Oh no, no, I would have stayed in this because my stop would be all the way down here. Mm. Make a big deal about it. Should just stop doing it by herself. Yeah, I don't think that makes a well. Probably back down to 725. Hey Rose, what's up? Yeah, appreciate you checking out the video. Um, yeah, price is not even moving. I mean, it's trading in a 2 point range, and that's not even normal for the Nasdaq at all. And the ES has literally been floating back and forth between 2150 and 2350. So this is trading in a 2 point range now as well. Oh, Rose, actually, I do got a question. So, anything that Mohammed said today, do you need any clarification? Because I know you asked a couple of questions, and if I missed it, um, I apologize. But if you need any clarification about what he said, um, I'll be happy to go over that with you. Mm. But what I'm trying to do is so game weight, Mohammed, they have a system, a model that ingests data and it outputs good areas or key areas where to get in and out at. Oh, I would like to have something like that to confirm my bias. But then as I think about it, uh, would that make me more reliant on the information versus on my own, technical analysis or something like that? Mm. Ranging? He says, yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow for sure. I'll stream for at least an hour. All the streams that I do, I got it. I've always told, well, I tell myself that I need to at least stream 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, if nothing's happening, then I'll just end the stream early. But we'll at least stream for 45 minutes to an hour. And we'll go from there. So ranging. So basically, a range is where price is consolidating. This would be a range right here. Right here, this block of consolidation. Yeah, that's absolutely true, JC. Like I said, that's a part of what I do in my career every day. That's why coming to these charts and analyzing them is just it's second nature because I do this every day. I do this every day. Uh, Trying to find patterns is the first thing. Uh, Identify repeating behaviors is the second thing. Like with the ES, we know that she doesn't trade above highs, and that that came from just looking over her charts. She doesn't trade above highs. The Nasdaq will, but the ES won't without price action. You can see that the Nasdaq went through about how many? It went through. I mean, this is technically price action right here. but it went through one, two. So it went through two and found support at a third support level before it was able to make a bounce. But you can see the difference on the ES. You see that it only went through one level of support, but it found support here at this range right here. So, and like I said, this is a good risk to reward short. I'm not telling you to go short, but if you were to choose to go short, having a stop above this high right here on the ES is a good risk to reward trade. That's why I like to take risk to reward trades on the ES, because you know when you're wrong. You can't even lie to yourself with the ES. You see that every time the ES made a drop, before it made a drop, you can see the rebalance, the drop, the rebalance, the drop, and it moved back up into this range. And you saw where they sold the retest. They sold the retest again. I mean, like I said, selling a retest on the ES is like that trade is almost guaranteed every time. Like it's a guaranteed trade because they're going to sell the retest. Now, what I'm not saying is that you may not get a big move like this. So today, this was like what, a 10-point move from top to bottom. It's like 11-point move. So it dropped all the way down to 7 and it reached a high of 19. So what is that, like a 12-point move? Yeah. I mean, that's good on the ES. That's good. 12, I mean, 10 points is good on the ES. But the ES will never trade, or at least if it adheres to its core values, it will never trade like the Nasdaq at all. Yeah, JC. Sometimes I do get married to my bias, and I do forget that core value. And yeah, so you say you have your PhD in science. Is it any, like, which branch of science is it in, or like what do you specialize in? Well, if you're trading price action, Rose, you're definitely in the right place. You're definitely in the right place. Like I said, I learned price action from the old guys. I didn't want to hear nothing that these new guys had to say. I'm not saying that no one is not good. I'm not saying that what they have to teach is not valuable. But I wanted to learn from people that didn't have the order flow. They didn't have none of the tools, the indicators that uh, we have become accustomed to today. Um, they went through what is called bar by bar analysis, and they had to literally look at each bar, kind of like with what Muhammad says, looking at the bars. And when he was saying that, it just kind of tells me how long he's kind of been in this game. Because old people, or I don't want to call them old people, uh, the, I guess, first gen traders, they talk about each bar. They talk about, like, as an example, like bar by bar analysis. You can see that you got this bullish engulfing candle, and the next candle right here is also a bullish engulfing. And you can see that even though you can kind of tell that the momentum is kind of slowing down because each candle is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And then you got a doji, and then you see people taking profits right here at this range where they sold it off. Like when you see candles opening like literally on top of each other, you know that you're on the right side if you're bullish. Same thing with bearishness. You can tell looking at each bar, each candle tells an individual story. And it's a lot at first. It's like drinking water from a hose. But once you become accustomed to it, and it's second nature to be like, okay, yeah, this is in a downtrend. It's easy to see. It's easy to spot. Um, Biochemistry. Hmm. It says, how am I using tick strike? You said, what is that? This is actually my first time seeing that acronym, JC. What is that? I use Tick Strike. I mean, I feel like Tick Strike is kind of more for you guys if y'all want to use it. I just have it on the screen. I necessarily don't look at it myself. If I'm in a position, the Tick Strike will kind of tell me if I'm on the right side. If I'm seeing a whole lot, I mean, if I'm seeing this whole thing flash green, then okay, I know that if I'm long, I'm on the right side. It kind of tells me that right now, both the Nasdaq and the ES is both -9. I mean, even though it's inching up, this can be a sign that, okay, the bears, I mean, as price is going up, the bears are selling into this and vice versa. I guess the way that I trade, I don't necessarily care for it. It's not a big part of my strategy, but it's nice to have. Oh, National Oceania and Atmospheric Administration, airflow dynamics in case of biological attacks or close. Mm. Yeah, that's exactly right, Seppuku. It helps Smith more than me, honestly, with the scalps. And yeah, JC, that sounds cool, man. That sounds very cool. And right now you're a teacher, right? Professor? And uh mm, I've been trying to get how do I want to say this? I, I've been trying to come up with a strategy that combines both my style of trading with Smith's style of trading, because if I can get into a good area with size, I mean, if I have to scale in as it goes up, then I will. But I want to get into, I want to get comfortable with size the same way that Smith does. And you already know I'm gonna hold to my damn target. Like, I don't play that scalping stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean it's going to be something to get used to have see price, to see being up like 2K and then coming it back to break even. But I mean at this point it's a part of the game. Like um, to be able to catch this move all the way up. This was like what 185. So this is about a 125 point move, 130 point move almost. And you had like maybe 2 or 3 mini contracts to catch this move up. I mean, shit, y'all know I'm gonna catch it. Well, let's just like 70 times. 70 times 20. And I have 2 or 3 contracts. I mean, if I have 70 times 20, if I have 3 contracts, I mean, this move back up into this range would have been $4,200. And just, and then to catch this whole move, like what, 125, 130 was the high of yesterday's session, or the high of this pullback, my bad. The high of the pullback. Yeah, I mean, this move from top to bottom was a 10K move, $9,300 on 3 mini contracts. Let's just say that I have 2 contracts, because that's more likely probably. I mean, even though, I mean, this is a $6,200 move right here. And that's just combining my style with Smith's style. Low risk and a really high reward. And if I can kind of get that going the way I want to get it going, that's definitely going to change a lot of things. It's going to change a lot of things. Yeah, JC. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. I guess, like I said, you just have to be. I mean, if you're trading size, like as an example, that one day Smith made more money than I did scalping heavy size, even though I caught more points than he did. So um, the only difference is that I can just sit back and let the market play out. And even if it hits my stop, I mean, it's not a serious loss. It's like what, $300 or $400 to make $1,400. I think I made what? I think in 2 trades I caught up to Smith's 1 trade. It took me 2 trades. And that's why it's like, well, like if I can kind of combine that, then yeah. 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 And wow, yo, that's cool, man. That's cool. You're like a secret agent. Secret agent JC, dude. That's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, mm, honestly, if I trade heavy size, I would probably keep well, okay, so before I changed my style to how it is now, I would trade. I think my strategy was 1, 2 minis at the max. Depending on the volatility, I had an 18-point stop, but then no, I think it was 27. I had a 27-point stop, and every time it hit my stop, it was $1,000. So um, I made sure that my entry was pristine. Like I feel like trading in the minis, or not the minis, the micros, it kind of lessened that need to find the perfect entry because I know I have 50 points of wiggle room. And so I'm not necessarily trying to find the perfect entry anymore, but at the same time, it's not like I'm not, if that makes sense. It's just that if I get in, if it goes higher, okay, that's fine. I'll just scale in. Like this situation right here. If the Bulls push past this range, then I'm just going to scale in right here. And it's not going to be a big loss. Versus if I was in minis, I'd be like, okay, I want to see what the hell they do here first. I'm not going to have no limit orders. I'm always going to use a buy stop to get into my position after I see the confirmation. And if it does go higher, then I know that I'm going to lose $1,000 if I'm wrong. So I was very picky about my entries, trading heavier size. So I don't do that anymore now. But after having that conversation today, talking to Muhammad, talking to Game Weight, and everybody that was in the chat earlier today, um, yeah, I think it's time, man. I think it's time to really start amping this up and just stop playing around with it. I still want my targets over my profits still, but at the same time, yeah, I'm supposed to be robbing these prop firms of all their freaking money, and I'm not doing that. Me and Smith ain't doing that. And Mohammed is right. It is either our targets or liquidating the account. I mean, it's bad, but that's definitely true. I want my target. Mm, but Damn, you trade 10 contracts, JC? That's crazy. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I remember you saying that you shoot it for like what, 10, 15 points? That's your target? Yeah, I do that. Yeah. There are times where, yeah, yeah. I mean, that just comes with me just being okay with it, I guess. It's just I'm just okay with it because I know that, well, I am up 20 or 30 points, but mm, I just know I can do better. I just have to be better at identifying areas where, because earlier in the stream, earlier in the stream, when this area happened, I had a feeling that people was going to take profits in this area, but I didn't know that they was actually going to come all the way back down just to go up. I figured that, yeah, they was going to take profits. They was going to find support at 725 and then, begin to make its rotation up. But obviously it didn't do that. It broke 725, came back, used it as resistance and knocked price right back down just for it to get bought right back up into the range that I was looking for earlier in the stream in this area right here. So as I saw price slowly grind up and hit my targets after hitting daily loss limit, I was like, man, and if I just waited for this range right here, this golden zone that I had marked out, if I just waited for the top of the range, I mean, I didn't have to catch the bottom of it. If I just waited for the top of the range, I would have got in. I would have got a scale in, and I would have had 6 contracts riding up and at least me getting some profits towards the end of the session. So, I mean, stuff like that, like I was so upset about that earlier. Like I was just upset. I had to go to the gym. I put in an extra set because of that. Like I put an extra set because of that because I was just so pissed. But at the same time, I guess I just have to not necessarily be picky about my entries again, but just kind of be more picky about my entries and just um, don't let FOMO take over because, yeah, you see a big drop like this. I'm thinking, I want to catch the bottom. I want to catch the bottom. I want to catch the bottom. 725 was a good area for the bulls to come in. It took out the liquidity underneath this low. I think on a regular day, this level would have held and we would have moved up. But because it was a massive sell off, obviously it took the liquidity underneath 725 and it came back into this range. It's just going to be stuff that I guess that I use for in the future. Just going to use this stuff for the future, man. I do the same thing too, JC. It's crazy. I do the same thing. I do the same thing, JC. I don't, me, Smith, and I guess you and anybody else that happens to. I don't know what it is. I think, and this is just for me. I've shared this with you. I shared this with you guys before. But when I'm on a win streak and I get payouts, I guess I just lose interest. I guess my mind just feels like the mission is accomplished. And then I start self-sabotaging. And I'm now to the point to where I'm aware that I do it. Obviously, it was invisible to me before. But now that, I'm writing in my journal and I go back and read it, it's like, okay, After I get these payouts, then I blow up all my accounts. Like every single one, I'll blow them up and just so I can start over again. I don't know why I do it. I just do it that way. And it's frustrating because it feels like I don't have any control over it. It's almost wild because it's like you have a good understanding of how the market works. So much so that you've gotten multiple payouts from a prop firm that forces you to be consistent. You can't just YOLO and get a payout here. You have to be consistent. You have to trade multiple days and trade within a parameter of your risk and your reward, or your profits and your losses. So you know what the hell you're doing, and yet you get paid, and then you start acting foolish, like you're acting like this is your first day on the job or something. And I just blow everything up. So it's something that I'm trying to work, because honestly, I can just keep winning. I mean, there's nothing wrong with winning, but then I guess as I was having that internal conversation with myself, I think what it is that I just naturally like things that I can overcome. If you're always winning, there's nothing to overcome. There's no challenge. I have tools that I use, like this Fibonacci chart. I mean, this thing has been giving us levels for the longest, and I don't even freaking use it. Why? Because I feel like it'll be just be too easy. But this thing has been bouncing at the golden zones, rejecting at the 23%, and this thing's been doing this shit all fucking year. And I don't look at this thing at all. I don't look at it. I look at it after the fact, but this is a great tool. Precise levels. And I don't use it. Don't use it. Hmm. What's up, Stogie? I'm short right now, and I'm willing to scale in at 878. I'm short. Hey, yo, what's up, Game Weight? What's up? Well, Game Weight, that used to be a good prop firm. That used to, but I guess just like me, JC, and Smith, they felt like, damn, we're winning. So let's try to fuck this up. Let's try to blow up. We're winning. I mean, we got the best prop firm accounts in the game. You can swing these accounts. They were cheap. I mean, you had a $50, 50K account with a $2,000 profit target. Dude, how can you not beat that? How could, like, there was no prop firm touching you profit when it made sense. Now they got these secret rules. They upped the prices of their evals. I mean, they shot their own self in the foot. When I was recommending them, there was actually a decent prop firm again. They was decent. Now they suck. And now they're denying payouts and all that other crap. So, and then now they want you to not be in the negative for, like, dude, they're doing, like, dude. Then shit, don't give us accounts to trade if you got all these stupid rules. You're going to ask us if we're professional traders and then require us to trade as if we're professional traders. Make that make sense, right? But that's a game we got to play if we want to get paid by them. So that's a game that we got to play if we want to get paid by them. Hey. Gain weight. You need to share your secret system that you got with the order flow. You need to share what you use it instead of keeping it a secret. But especially with the Nasdaq JC, you really got to you can kind of get away with heavier size on the ES. And what's a part of my plan is that I'm probably going to focus more on the ES and have the Nasdaq as additional profits because obviously they're correlated for majority of the time. If I'm going long on the on the ES, then I'm going to go long on the Nasdaq as well. And I'll probably be a little bit heavier on the ES versus on the Nasdaq because like I said, you don't really have to worry about certain things happening with the ES. Honestly, if you're in a losing position and you have the drawdown, 9 times out of 10, you'll get your break even back. 9 times out of 10, you'll get break even. On a NASDAQ, I mean, shit, once that thing goes, I mean, you may not get it back. She may not come back. Like if you was, I guess as an example, well, I mean, she gave you another chance to get out of that break even here. Yeah, I mean, she gave you a chance. Yeah, I guess, I mean, honestly, the NASDAQ kind of does give you chances. I'm not going to sit here and say that she don't. Because she does. I mean, even if you bought the top, she did come all the way back if he was able to survive this drop. And she gave you your break even with a little bit of profits on top of that. And she gave you your break even a couple of times if you bought the top. And she gave you a break even a couple of times. Mm. Yeah, I appreciate that, game weight. I am stubborn. And you know how it goes. I'm listening. I'm taking it in, but it's going to be for next time because I'm in too deep right now. So, I mean, I'm not going to close the position. I'm not closing it. But that is something that, I did write in my journal earlier today. It is my bias. It literally is my bias sometimes. And those are the days where I find myself on the wrong side of the market when I have a bias. Because in my mind, I guess it's too good to be true. And I guess I'm trying to outsmart the market. It's too good to be true. Now, I'm not saying that my bias is always wrong, but usually my bias, I have to probably, so when we have big news days, that's usually when my bias is wrong because of the price action the day of the news. And I guess for me, the most challenging thing is because I mean, if you spent all day shorting this move yesterday, and that was like the main reason why I thought that the market was going to go higher because it was like, well, why the hell did y'all do all that work just to double top and drop? That was my mistake from this morning because I took a short position and I was kind of upset because, man, if I kept my short position, I would have caught this whole move down. But I closed that short position because I told myself that I probably want to go back up into this range because you couldn't short it the other day. Or what was it, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever day that was? You couldn't short this thing. And all of a sudden now, I guess everybody that tried shorting it finally got their short and we got this move down. And that's why news days are usually not my best days because the price action obviously, I mean, it works, but it just doesn't work in terms of it'll kind of shoot through levels like how it does here. It'll shoot through a level, but at the same time, I mean, the EMAs will kind of tell you which side you need to be on. Mm, like I said, I'll work on this crap. I'll work on it. I'll work on it. It'll get to the point to where we don't lose anymore. But then I'll probably start to self-sabotage again. And that's something else I gotta work on, is stop self-sabotaging and crap. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, it does look like the ES is. Yeah. Yeah, if the ES trades above this high and closes, if you're in short on the ES, it's not supposed to trade and close above this high right here. This is supposed to be a strong high right here. So the bears are going to want to protect that high. And if they don't, then we'll see a move back up into this level right here. Probably 30, 32, 30, 32. I say move up into that range. But I doubt that we see that tonight with everybody celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow and Friday. I doubt we see that. Yeah. He said, why am I short? Well, I'm only short the Nasdaq, and I want for price to retest this range. And I'm short because this is the range that we talked about earlier in the session for the bears to come back in and short this thing for a possible, if not a double bottom, probably a retest of 725. I'm hoping down here, but we'll see. I mean, I highly doubt that this thing keeps going up, though. I doubt it. The ES ain't going up. So I doubt the Nasdaq is going to go up. Now, if the ES comes back into this range and bounces and takes out that high, then I'm going to be looking for it to touch 32, 33, 30 to 33, somewhere in that area because of this little high right here. I doubt that they'll come and touch this. So they'll probably come in at like 33, come in at like 33 or something. 35, probably the max. But I'd highly doubt it'll touch this high. That's the one thing that you can always be guaranteed. Now, like I said, if the ES starts to trade outside her core values, then I won't trade ES anymore. I'll just stick with the Nasdaq. She's not going to trade like that and then chop around the way she does. I'm not going to tolerate that crap. I really want that 55. Gain weight. Your loan might be good still. Like I really don't. I really don't know why we always have this conversation. I'm looking for intraday moves. You looking for swings. I'm not saying that it's not going up there. I'm just saying that it's going to want to retest this range first. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to retest this range first. Where are you even going towards? I guess that's a better question. What are you shooting for? I'm still upset about this Bitcoin move, man. Man, I could have had this thing long. I could have had this damn thing long. Look at this move, and I talk myself out of taking this long on Bitcoin. Talk myself out of it. Hmm. Hmm. This thing might actually go short now. If we see a double top tomorrow on Bitcoin, I'm gonna short this. If you see a double top, but I doubt we see a double top. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If we see a double top, I'm shorting. Mm. That was a 600-point move, though. I mean, I probably would have been short. Well, we'll see. I mean, if I saw that drop right here and then I saw the pop, yeah, I probably would have been short here at this double top. I mean, they swept the liquidity and I would have been able to survive that. And then I would have got this drop right here. Probably wouldn't have took profits though. Well, I mean, if I traded back into this range, and then if I added to the position right here at this double top, just to catch the rest of that move down. Mm, 735. Mm. Well, if I'm wrong on that short gain weight, I'll definitely take the small loss and flip bullish tomorrow. Yeah, like I said, I'm not necessarily looking for a full-fledged reversal from this level. I'm just looking for price to come back and rebalance this range. That's what I'm looking for. And I guess it's hard to believe that we had this bearish move down and that we don't see the bears come back in for at least, if not a double bottom, somewhere close. I mean, we had a big move down right here. It'll be hard to believe that there's no passive sell orders, not in areas of resistance. And this is one of those areas right here. This range right here. I would find it hard to believe if there's no sell orders here. I would find it hard to believe if they break past that level without a pullback or anything. I mean, if this is just going to just literally V recovery or have a V-shaped recovery, like literally that, well, I'll give it to the market. Especially over Thanksgiving and Friday without a pullback. You talk about a straight V recovery? Mm. Oof. So gain weight, you said 21,300. So why that level specifically? Man, get out. Man, get out of here, gain weight. That shit ain't get out of here, dude. Get out of here, dude. Shit is not going that. It is not jumping up to 21,300 on Thanksgiving and Friday. No way. No way. No way. Have we tested all-time highs on Nasdaq? Dude, if this makes a V-shaped recovery all the way back to 21.3, then I would have to actually just go back and like, you know what? Maybe I don't know nothing about the market. A V recovery all the way back up there? No way, bro. No way. Yeah, you can train. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, dude, get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Without no news, I mean, the only way that we would probably get a move like that if they say, well, Trump is going into office early. He doesn't have to wait until January 20th. He's actually going in tomorrow, and the market would definitely pump up. That would, I mean, okay, if that would have happened, yeah, the market would definitely pump up. The Trump pump version 2. You're talking about they probably have to hold the whole market because of how volatile the damn thing would be. He said multi YouTube are long. Yeah, Nate, dude. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. Now, if the price action fails me tonight, then, like I said, I'll take the loss. It's not a big deal. I can always get my money back. But we had a nasty bearish move down. You talking about, look at all this selling pressure to the downside. And you don't think that the bears are waiting at some of these highs to get a potential double bottom at these lows? Nope. We are definitely seeing a drop. Yeah, Seppuku, I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah, probably 21K. I'll give you 21K. 21.1. We would have to get past this golden range, which would probably be another area. 915 would probably be another area that the bulls are going to fail at, because we had this break of structure. This is a golden zone, and you can see that these golden zones, every time when the market loses these golden zones, we get these big drops down. Like, we get these big move down every time we lose them. Every time we lose them, we see big moves down from these golden zones, and vice versa. We see big moves up when they find support. Oh crap, man. Where was this at? It's at 805. All right. Yeah, these golden zones are definitely good indicators. But 21.1, 21.1. Honestly, that's where I thought the market was going, actually. I thought that 125 was going to actually be an area that I had to look out for, because that's where I thought the market was going. But boy, was I wrong. The bulls would have to, like, in order to get Seppuku's target and Gangway's target, we would need to find support above, was it 960, about 940, 930, 940. We would have to find support in this range, and we would have to find support above, well, really, we would have to find support about above 965. Because getting in this range, above this range, would be half the battle, and finding support above 965, where we see that break down to the downside, the bulls would have to get back above this level right here. They would have to get above that level right there and find support at this level. And then we can get your targets after that. But until that, I'm always going to short that level until the bulls prove it otherwise. Hmm. That unexpected always happens. Yeah, I'll give you that game weight. I'll give you that. I mean, again, shit. Let's see where Dogecoin is at. I mean, Tesla. I mean, shit. What is it? R for real? I think it's R for real. Yeah, R for real. He gave us the Tesla play, and we was sleeping on it. He gave us the Tesla play, and we was all sleeping on the damn. Well, I was. I don't know if you took that game weight, but this man came in the chat and gave us the Tesla play, and I slept on it. Slept on it. Then think like, oh yeah, there's no way that it could happen. And sure freaking enough, look at freaking Tesla now. I mean, Tesla did have a big drop from the highs. I mean, Tesla got to look at the daily chart. Come on, Tesla's been dropping. I don't know why I haven't been looking at this damn instrument. Like, I can't find a swing on this. Yeah, Tesla got to the highs of it made a high of 361. Tesla made a high of 361. And he made that call out before the election. Price was at like 250, 260. And when I looked at the chart, I was like, why would he even get up there? Like, why would he get up there? I totally missed the point that Elon was going to be a part of Trump's administration. Of course, that's going to pump his goddamn stock if he's in the government regulating what if his whole company or Tesla is funded by the government. Of course, investors are going to think that, oh yeah, that's definitely going to help the company. I didn't even think about that until it was too late. But he got paid though. And the crazy thing is, I had a Tesla position all the way down here at where was Tesla consolidating? I had a 217 when price was at 217, I think it was. Yeah, I had a call option. And if I had a leap at the bottom of that move going all the way to the top, fumbled the bag on that one. Yeah, I got into price when it was 217. Should have got the 266. I should have probably had that out for like a couple of days. Mm. Mm. All right, so this is not financial advice, obviously. This is not financial advice. I want to see what happens when price comes back down into 260. I do want to see what happens. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of buyers in this area because obviously we got a breakout from this area. You can see it was resistance for a very long time. 260 was resistance for a very long time. And if price does come back down here, I'm going to 265, 260. I'm going to make the assumption that buyers are going to want to come in and buy the retest somewhere in this area, especially after this monster move that Tesla has made. And I'll buy 308 calls. 307, 308 calls, probably like 300 calls, and let it rise to 308. Let's look at SPY. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. SPY, that looks like a double top on SPY. That looks like a double top on SPY. Hmm. Uh, hmm. I mean, even though this is a green candle right here on the 4 hour for the Qs, it's still bearish. It closed on the bottom half, the bottom of this previous candle, which is a bearish engulfing candle. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to wait for more information and see how the next candle opens up and what it does. If it's going to trade within the range of this candle right here, or is it going to break out from the up to the downside? We did get a bounce at the 50 EMA on the Qs, so that's obviously a good sign for bulls. Yeah, they came in and they bought the retest right here. Yeah, they came in and bought the retest. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. All right, so let's see. Oop. Nice. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Never mind. Now I'll just stay on one instrument for now, just in case I'm wrong. I don't want to be wrong on two instruments. Actually, no, I'm gonna take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hmm. I have a 5 point stop, well above that high. My target is exactly where I would want it to be at. We'll see what happens overnight. We'll see. Oh, crap. Ah, shit. Hmm. No. Actually, I'm gonna get out of this. Get out of that. Oops. That's a better short right there. I mean, this could still work, but this has the potential of finding support right here and stopping me out and going for this level. So I'm going to skip this trade and I'm going for 630. Yeah. Honestly, we might see a rejection probably at 27. I wouldn't even be surprised if they come back and sell the retest at 27. 27, 28. Because they kept bouncing this and then they finally dropped it. 28, 29. Let's see what happens. Yeah. But all right. I think that's where I think that's good enough. That's good enough. No, I'm not shorting multiple instruments to get my target hit gain weight. I'm shorting multiple instruments to make my money, to make as much money as possible in the same move. Because since I mean, for the most part, Nasdaq and ES is correlated. So if I'm taking short in one, then it's kind of hard to justify not taking a short in the other, and vice versa. Let's see. Oh my God. God. Ah, man. Man. Damn. Mm, damn. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn. Damn. Mm. Okay. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's actually the level that I was looking at. 861 on the Nasdaq. So my strategy is based around price action and range rotation. Price action and range rotation. That's all I use. Nice. Uh, yeah, it's going to be a half day on both Thursday and Friday. I won't be trading any of my funded accounts on either days. I'll be trading my evals. Mm, yeah, Pinky, we are definitely live. We are live, 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 live. Okay. Mm. No, this is an eval. This is an eval. I'm not trading on either of my funded accounts today or tomorrow. Because I don't want to be caught up in anything, and I only got a half day to try to figure out what I need to do to get my money back. So, and then I'm pretty sure that the volume is going to be really low tomorrow. I mean, if I get stopped out of this short, I think that the market is just going to chop tomorrow. I mean, I guess we might get a holiday pump. We may get that. We may get it. I mean, surprisingly, the volume is kind of decent on the NQ, especially for overnight. That's kind of decent. If I'm not mistaken, this is usually at like 10 or 20,000. It's kind of decent for it to be Thanksgiving tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I was looking at it. 79. What happened at 79? Uh, yeah, I'm not gonna do it, man. I just come back in on Monday, just save myself from the mental torment. Yeah. Mm. That does look like an enticing short on the ES. Mm. So you know what? Actually, I will take it. I'm taking this. I'll just keep a 3-point stop above this high. It's going to be a risk to reward trade right here. I'll just keep a stop above this high right here. And 26.25, 3 points. I'll give this trade 3 points to work out. Yeah, that's a decent stop. Mm. Hold on, is that the right one? That can't be the right one. It's not the right one. 35. That's not the right one. Not the right one. And this can't be it because I could have sworn I didn't have it that way. Mm. Mm. It just won't happen this time around though. I don't know. Oh. Man, shit. I mean, oh my, seriously, man? I mean, you profit? Stupid. All right. All right. You asked why do I want it to go back down? I don't want to do anything. Oh, if you're asking me why am I manipulating the market so it can go down, that's not my intentions. No. I just think this is an area where the bears will come right back in and sell this thing back down into this range. That's it. That's my bias, right? Well, I guess yeah, that's my bias right now. They're coming in somewhere. Either they're going to come in this range or they're going to come in this area. I mean, if we have like a full-fledged V recovery, then I'll be like, okay, all right. But you don't see a big move down like this without there being bears lurking at these swings. You just don't see it. No matter what the reason, you just don't see it. Kind of like, I think this is a good example of it right here. We had this big move down. We had this bullish move back into this range, and they knocked it right back down, retested, took out that low. That's what I'm anticipating. Big move down, come back into this range. Oh, they kind of came back into this high and they knocked it right back down. So I'm shorting it in anticipation for them to knock it back down. I mean, if they keep trading this thing up, then, but that's what I'm waiting for. That's why I shorted. Mm. Yeah, PK. I'm just looking at your messages. It says bears have hearts on have hearts too on Thanksgiving. Yeah, Stogie. Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not going to take any real money trades until next week. Even though I'm going to be tempted, I know that I'm going to be put in a situation where I can make money in my funded account, and I'm going to have to fight myself not to do it. I already know that that's coming, and it's not anything about the lack of self discipline. It's just the lack of like it's kind of hard to for me to justify internally why I'm not taking a trade if the setup is there. But the smart thing to do would be just to wait until tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Monday to come back when we got a full week, a full day, and if anything were to happen, I have a full day to try to dig myself out of a hole if I were to find myself into one. Versus the market trapping participants and only got half a day for it to come back. You said the 4 hour gain weight? You said from starting the trend line from 12 p.m. drop on November 20th. Man. Mm. Yeah, this can definitely get up here to that trend line, to the bottom of that trend channel right here. Let's see where that's at on the map. So around like 950. And I'm pretty sure that's the top of that golden zone too. I'm pretty sure 23% is at 935, 950. Yeah, so 930 is the top of that golden zone. 950 would definitely, well, yeah, it's here at 965. And 965 has been acting as a level of resistance and support this entire week. You can see it. Like the market's just been hugging this level right here at 965, rejecting off of it, finding support above it. Yeah, 965 is definitely one of the key levels to look out for. Okay, so NQ. All right, and you set the 4-hour. Oh, that's interesting, game weight. You don't see that? That's interesting. Hmm. That's interesting, game weight. You think this goes higher on the 4-hour? I mean, I guess it could go like at least at 888. But you got the 21 and the 50 both sloping down. I mean, obviously we would need a bullish close above the 21 EMA, obviously, before we can even consider this thing keeps going up. But hmm. So what do you see on the 4-hour game weight? What do you see? Help me understand what you see. You said it didn't break. What are you talking about? It didn't break what? Hmm. You're talking about the whole structure. And I'm going to make the assumption you're talking about this low. I mean, obviously the structure itself is bullish, yeah. Mm. Like I said, I'm looking for a retest of around 725, 600. I think the bears want their retest before we see a move up to the upside. I mean, I guess we could see a rejection at 900 for sure. Mm. 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 Well, I'm only looking for an intraday short. I'm not looking for a long term short. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Like I said, if I get stopped out, I mean, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna make my money back. But man, wouldn't that be something? And now that'll literally be where wouldn't that be something? Mm, wouldn't that be something? Dude, I doubt that we get 9:30 tomorrow, dude. Like, what the hell? Unless the market just grinds up overnight and the entirety of tomorrow's session. Mm, yeah, that shit probably might even come like right there. Ugh. Man, I gotta start coming for my tick charts, dude. Yeah, I gotta start coming for my tick charts. I'm looking at time charts right now. No, no, nope. Mm-mm. Mm. I'll probably stay on for like the next 5 minutes and then I'm about to go to bed. Get ready for tomorrow. Hell no. Oh. Oof. Mm. Hell no, dude. Hell no. Hell no. 905. 905. Oof. I think that's something else. I think there's something else right there. Yeah, I definitely agree, PK. I'll look at a time chart, but tick charts has got me to where tick charts has gotten me to the dance. Uh, I look at time charts because mostly majority of traders are looking at time charts, and these algos are based on one of their variables is time. So I'll look at time-based charts off of that. But when the price action is moving, I'm looking at tick charts all day, every day. I ain't moving. We ain't going back to time charts intraday. We ain't going back. Let me just look at bookmap one more time, and then I kind of make my decision from there. I mean, I do see all those orders at 900, and then I also see all them orders sitting at 700. So apparently the market thinks that we're eventually going to get to 700. I don't think we're getting to 700 in this leg. Well, maybe, yeah, maybe. We'll see. But market participants really think we're getting to 700. And they also think we're getting to 900 as well. So I have to keep both of those levels in mind, both of those areas in mind. The CVD is positive though. I will give, at least for the session right now, the CVD is positive. A handwritten apology game. Wait, can I use Chat GBT? Why you close your lungs, game? Oh, that was funny. That was a good laugh. Gain weight was right. He said the market was going up and it went up. I formally apologize. It is my formal apology. Any particular format you wanted in? Oh man, that's funny. Uh, oh yeah, that's definitely true. Stocks only go up. That's absolutely right. Bitcoin likes a short though. Old English font 11. I'm definitely gonna need Chat GPT for that. You know, at first I was kind of skeptical about that Chat GPT tool, but man, is it so valuable, man? I don't need to know anybody anymore. I can just really ask it any advice if I don't If I am having a hard time understanding a concept, I could just ask ChatGPT and it will provide the answers for me. I don't need to know a guy anymore. I can just create a guy. It says, hey, ChatGPT, your name is Frog. You're my my assistant. And I can call Frog any time of the day and he'll answer all my questions, or it will answer all my questions. Damn, these EMAs hasn't even moved. That's just how much price hasn't moved at all. It hasn't even moved. That's so crazy. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Uh, we had fun tonight. We'll come back. I will be streaming tomorrow for the half day, at least 45 minutes to an hour, at least. Uh, I'm pretty sure, bro. Still get the algos to come out at 9 o'clock, and if nothing happens, then uh, we'll just end the stream if we have no play. So, with that said, y'all guys have a good night, and peace out, everybody.